Hello, welcome to Adult Topics in Bethlehem, Eidsvold. The Adult Topics, I'm going to, as I think about what to share with you, I'm going to be thinking broadly. And so today I'm not talking about something necessarily or directly spiritual, but I'm going to go with something timely. I am working my way through a book right now called The Great Influenza. It's by John Barry. It's about 15 years old, but it talks about that 1919 influenza. And I lost a great uncle in a military camp in Georgia during that influenza. So I'm interested, So I'm reading, and I get to the first wave has gone through, and soldiers were calling it the 3-day fever. It was everywhere a mild form. Then the disease was gone. Completely disappeared. At least somebody wrote that. And so this is the thing I'm wondering about with where we are right now, because the 1918 influenza pandemic came in waves. The first spring wave killed few. And now the book is starting to talk about how the nature of a virus is to mutate. It's almost like they are a mutating machine. And so the more people get infected, the more it doesn't always, it can just become lethal. And so I'm only on page, 177 now, and I'll learn a lot more. But it did go on to be a terribly vicious killer of human beings. So, and one of the other things, you see all these things that remind you of today. The government at the time, it was wartime, and the government wanted to keep the people positive. And so they not only kept negative news kind of suppressed, it was criminal. You could go to prison for sharing bad news. So, I wonder if we too are maybe cutting ourselves off from the worst information, because, who wants to hear that? But anyway, this is what's going on these days, so I thought I'd share with you a book that I think I can recommend. If you're a reader, the darn thing is, 600, 500 pages long, but I like long books. So anyway, what do you think? Have you heard stories about the Great Influenza? If you have, go ahead and text me about it. Email me. 2canoods@comcast.net. Bye-bye.